I have to pay my rent. And,
Don't do that.
And I have to figure out where the money's coming from. All right.
The money can come from you all.
Give us money.
Not me, him.
Give me money.
Yep.
Any money you want to give to him, give to me. What's up to our sidekicks and henchfolk out there in the Geek Nation? Welcome to Fresh Floppies, a show wherein Jeremy and I, JD of Johnny Destructo's Hero Complex, located at 4327 Main Street, Philadelphia, PA 19127, talk about this week's comics, but without any spoilers. That way you don't have to cry about it.
You know what we didn't talk about?
What?
What order we were going to talk about these in?
Well, we're going to start with the top one.
Okay.
Dead Acre Black Badge by Bunn, Bruno, Castle, Brown, Maze, and Underworld. What? And World? What the hell?
Dude's just saying shit. He doesn't really...
Creators and story by Rhett Bruno and Jaime Castle. Script by Cullen Bunn. Art by Riley Brown. Colors by Ferris Mace. Take it away. It looks like a Western.
It is a Western. This is from Vault Comics. This is a #1, so you can jump on in. I did. It's pretty straightforward. It is... You find out pretty quickly, like this is just the whole premise. No spoilers, I promise. It's like page 3. This dude is dead, but he's an undead cowboy.
Oh, okay.
And he does cowboy shit, but he's undead about it. That's pretty much all there is to it. He's like, we learn that there is some higher power that has prompted him to do the things that he is doing.
Okay.
We get a glimpse of it. We don't learn much, so there's a lot more here to uncover, which I enjoy.
Does he have powers?
No.
Or is he just a dead guy with guns?
No, he's just a dead guy with guns, at least so far.
Oh, okay.
The first 2 pages we see him die.
Okay.
And then after that, he's like, all right, I'm back.
Oh.
I'm going to go try to solve problems in this town called Dead Acre.
All right.
So presumably more things will happen in Dead Acre, considering that is the name of the book.
Interesting. Is he fighting undead things? Because I see I see skeleton hands on the cover.
No, not yet. It's so far the pretty typical stranger in a strange place. Nobody likes him because
man with no name.
Yeah, because he's a new guy.
Yeah.
So people are trying to beat him up, and he's like, "I'm actually going to beat you up
because I'm dead."
Exactly.
Yeah.
I thought it was pretty dang fresh.
Awesome.
It was the vibe I wanted from the cover. And I really enjoy Western comics. So
awesome. Is there I guess that would be a spoiler, but I'm curious. Like, is he not worried about getting revenge on the people who killed him?
That actually is not addressed.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It's like, the Crow, right? Like the whole point of the Crow is coming back to avenge his and his wife's death, or his fiance's death. So I was just curious. Maybe that's something that'll be coming soon. Very well could do.
There's also a pretty clear time jump. Like page 2, dead. Page 3, he's riding into Dead Acre.
Gotcha.
So it's like we don't really know what happened in between there.
We'll be definitely getting some more of that.
There's a lot to learn.
Nice. I as a kid, I thought I hated Westerns.
Mm-hmm.
As I've gotten older, I find that I enjoy Westerns a lot more.
Westerns I actually wrote a very long paper on Westerns when I was in school, and they're fun.
Nice.
Yeah, I forget most of what I learned, but it made me appreciate them at the very least.
I had a turning point because I liked samurai films. Right?
Yep.
And then, but I didn't like Westerns, and all of a sudden I discovered, oh my God.
Yeah.
A lot of these Westerns are just remakes of samurai films, especially the spaghetti Westerns. And that unlocked something for me. I was like, oh, holy shit, this is pretty rad.
Yeah. There's a very clear... I think that's part of why I enjoy Western is how obvious some of their influences are.
Yeah.
And also the crazy impact they had on American culture, but for better or worse.
Also,
pretty damn fresh.
Pretty damn fresh. Dead Acre Black Badge #1.
Yeah.
Awesome. I'm definitely going to check that out. You know what? You're doing great. How about Killer Influences from IDW Comics? This is the crime book.
Yeah.
#1 by Joey Esposito and Valeria Burzo. There you go.
Thank you. I always appreciate you shouting out the artists because I always forget.
That's all I bring to the show. Credits. Where credits due.
So this is very much playing off of our somewhat modern phenomenon of people's obsession with serial killers and like internet content based around those things. Like people who are like internet sleuths or do like video essays on serial killers, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So this is one very small town where we find out very quickly there is a serial killer in it. And simultaneously, there is a woman who is working for a small town paper, not feeling very fulfilled from that, and is also on the side doing her own basically serial killer content podcast type thing on YouTube, which only after the fact that I realized the connection of killer influences, it's like influencers.
Yeah.
And also the title, you see like basically the YouTube logo, but like trademark, so not the YouTube logo. This was pretty fresh. A hesitant pretty fresh.
Yeah, I hear it. I heard the ...
Part of it is I actually the art didn't sit right with me on a few occasions. And also even with the suspension of disbelief that we have to go into all comics with, there were multiple times where I was like, this interaction just doesn't make sense.
Gotcha.
And I don't. There are times when like we're seeing that someone is a certain kind of person, and then the next page they do something that feels very out of character right away. And I just the scenarios that we find some of these characters in just don't track for me.
Sure. Okay.
But I will say, caveat, the reviews online for it were pretty good.
Yeah.
So I just might not be the right target. And I like, to be clear, I am actually not someone who follows like crime stuff, spooky stuff, anything like that. I'm not that kind of guy. But if that's your jam, this might also be your jam. Okay. It just wasn't my jam.
Right on. Yeah. Nice. I have too much to get to, so I'm probably not even going to bother.
That's, I think, valid.
Flipping through it, I don't, it doesn't speak to me. But maybe it's very good. I do like the logo. I like how in Killer there's a golf club for the eye. Yeah. That's cute. All right. I'm going to do something that I read.
Do something.
So I'm way behind on Amazing Spider-Man, but I caught up with the last issue, number 31, The Talk, and then this week's issue, number 32. And this is by Joe Kelly and Patrick Gleason. Patrick Gleason's back on art for Amazing Spider-Man, which always makes me happy. I like when he shows up and does the good stuff.
Oh, that is some good stuff.
Yeah, man. He's great. So, the last issue, this is a spoiler for issue 31, The Talk, but back during, not Dark Web, what was it called? The Spiral?
Death Spiral.
Back during Death Spiral, it was discovered that Peter Parker has a cousin. And then we sort of have like, he's been in the background a couple of times, and he hears this guy, he hears someone say that he is Spider-Man's cousin. So that, of course, makes him go, wait, what? I'm Spider-Man's cousin. That's neat. And so with issue 31, it seems like the cousin has figured out who Spider-Man is. And there's a whole conversation between Peter Parker and Aunt May and a revelation as to who this character is. It feels very soap opera-y. It feels very contrived and like, oh, here's another person who's just connected that we never knew, but now they're connected. And I don't know how I feel about it. Maybe it'll wind up being good and fun, but like it just felt so soap opera.
You never know, because I feel like especially in comics, like when something comes to be initially, it doesn't feel right. Because like, you're right, it's contrived. That's kind of most of what they do. Yeah. And then like 5 years later, they're like, oh yeah, of course this person is here and doing these things.
Yeah.
Like,
it really depends on how the rest of the story unfolds, right? Like the character. The last issue 31 is the whole revelation, and then 32 is a continuation of that, but in a part of the story is that Peter is so kind of bothered by this new information that he goes to a place called the Blood Market, where Spider-Man goes to get beat upon. He really wants to feel some pain, so he goes to pick this fight in a place full of super villains, including the Tombstone and Vulture and Tarantula and all this other stuff. So the conceit behind the Blood Market is that if someone loses their technology, a super villain loses their technology, now it's up for grabs. So the Shocker's gauntlets are there and they're on display to be auctioned, except you don't bid with money, you bid with your fists. So two people will be like, I want the gauntlets, and then those two people have to duke it out, and whoever wins the auction, and they get the prize.
Nice.
So yeah,
That's
what the blood market is, and Peter just goes there to get hammered upon. And I love this lady.
Oh, his alien girlfriend?
His alien girlfriend.
What's her name again?
Raylith, right? I like her. There is a little bit of, what is it called? Infantilization, right? So like when you have like Lilu, was that her name? Big Bada Boom from, oh God, what's that movie? The Fifth Element.
Oh God, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Where it's oh, it's this grown woman, but she talks like a baby girl.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of that here, but I don't think it's egregious. I think she is an alien from a different planet with a different language, and so it just kind of comes across that way. But she's also kind of fun. So like,
that's a fair point. I think if that lasts too long, it could rub me the wrong way.
Yeah.
When she first appears, it is when Peter's in space, and if I recall correctly, doesn't really have that characteristic as much because she's familiar with what's happening.
Yes.
But then they go to Earth, and now everything is new and weird and cool.
Yeah.
And like the running bit when they first went to Earth was that she just really wanted to try ice cream.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. But yeah, she's real cool. I like it. And the thing she does in this issue 32 is really sweet. There's a really sweet moment here between, is it Raylith?
Is that what
it is? Raylith?
Yeah.
He calls her Ray, R-A-E for short, but it's Raylith. And it's a really sweet moment. I really like this. I'm back on Amazing Spider-Man. I think this is really fun. I think this is a unfairly maligned comic book.
Is it still being maligned?
Well, there are people who are so used to maligning ASM that they just keep doing it, even though they're not reading it or have any idea what's going on. It's just, it's one of those bandwagon things for people to jump on.
I'm pretty far behind.
Well, at least it's not Amazing Spider-Man. I'm like, you haven't read Spider-Man in 3 years. Shut the fuck up.
I'm pretty far behind, but I enjoyed everything I read.
Yeah.
And I just got
Joe
to catch
Kelly
up.
run's been really fun, I think.
It's been good.
All right. Pretty dang fresh.
Good.
Now, we both read Batman number 11. DC
Batman.
presents All In, presents Batman in Ojo's sights. Is that her? How do you say that word?
I don't know.
O-J-O.
I thought
Uju?
it would be Oho, but
Oho?
it might be Ojo. It's got
Oho.
it's
probably
Ojo. It's OJO, but
Yeah.
both of the O's have the line on top. That I don't know what
which
it's
is
called.
not an umlaut, but I forget what it's called, that
Yeah.
line. Anyway, Batman Mutineers by Matt Fraction and Jorge Jiménez. What are you thinking of this book? I'm behind on it, so I just jumped in.
I am very much enjoying Batman.
Yeah?
It's very good.
Yes.
The art has been consistently awesome, and the story has been consistently fun. It's been, I think, we haven't. So this series started with like each issue being pretty standalone at first.
Yes.
I
don't think that's quite the case.
That's
now.
not quite the case anymore. But we're getting a lot of variety between like Batman problems and Bruce problems. And I'm really enjoying both sides of it.
Yeah.
And I'm also enjoying some of the dynamic with the whole Vandal Savage and Pamela Isley as mayor deal we have going on right now.
Yeah.
I'm really enjoying the dynamic in Gotham right now.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
And Babs is in jail and stuff like that.
And Damian is going in and out of relevancy, but it's often enough that I'm like, yeah, Damian's doing some cool shit too. There's a lot. I think that's what it is. There's a lot of different mechanics moving at once, but it all feels good.
So to go back to what you were saying about it being written for, you could just pick them up. I think that still maintains.
You think so?
Like, yes, there is a through line storyline that's happening, an A plot and a B plot, and they go through multiple issues, but being 3 or 4 issues behind and jumping in on this, which is in the middle of a story, I felt no confusion.
Amazing.
Everything was explained to me. I had no questions.
I love that.
So I think it still is hey, you can just pick up Batman and read it.
Yeah.
Because even though it's mid-story, I picked it up, I read it, and I was like, oh, that was delightful. And I'm not confused.
Also,
That's how comics should be written.
I 100% agree. And I also forgot until you just mentioned it, that there's like 2 different points where instead of just doing the normal like asterisk, this happened in that issue thing, we get like a full panel kind of showing what happened that the story is currently referencing.
And for some reason, it's in like highway directions.
It's like subway signs, I think.
Subway signs, is that what it is?
Yeah, they've done it actually throughout this series so far. It's like
6 issues ago. Yeah. And then it shows you the panel that it's referencing.
But they do that, I think, again here. Regardless,
I didn't even catch that.
It's a very cool way, in my opinion, to like actually give a quick little visual of what happened and what they're referencing, as opposed to just like, oh, go back 4 months if you want to know anything about what we're talking about.
Hey, you know what else is neat? So there's been a lot of chatter online recently with Marvel and how many ads are in a Marvel comic. Yeah. And I want to say it was like Daredevil. It was an issue of Daredevil. But there's a couple of examples of someone going through on TikTok or Instagram and counting page by page how many ads there are.
No, DC's been great with it.
So there's not a single, it starts off with an ad in the first page, the inside cover. And then there's not a single
I don't think they've
ad
been,
in through the entire story. The entire story goes, you read it, and then after that is, here's a preview of Catwoman #1, Absolute Catwoman. And then they backload the ads.
Yep.
And then there's another Clayface Celebrity Dirt preview at the end. So there's ads in here and extra content, but they're all in the back.
Yeah, which is
And that
amazing.
makes a huge difference. This is awesome.
Yeah.
Marvel, backload your ads, guys. This is nuts. There's no reason.
Marvel has always been the worst of the two. I do think I have been noticing less ads in DC. I don't know if that's in response to this discourse. Because it's definitely not. They definitely do have them in story sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm mainly thinking of when we read that Superman issue a while back, and what's his name was like breaking through one of the ads.
Yeah. Superboy Prime.
That's the only reason I remember that. I know they do have some ads in between because I wasn't caught off guard by there being an ad.
Yeah.
But even so, they definitely have way less.
This is great. They should do this. Backload your ads. This was fresh AF.
I agree.
I think Batman has been top
consistently
tier.
fresh AF.
Killing it. Hey. You do Challenges of Doom.
Speaking of Marvel, let's count the ads. This is Challenges of Doom, Mr. Fantastic, #1. I actually don't know if there's going to be other Challenges of Doom. I think there are.
I mean, it's plural.
You're absolutely right. Oh, yeah.
Challenge of Doom.
The next one is Challenges of Doom Spider-Man.
There we go.
So this goes into some of Doom's history as like a child to young adult.
Oh, okay. This is potty training.
And
that's what's the first challenge of Doom. Dude could not take a #2 on a toilet.
And how he meets Reed Richards and how his vendetta against him develops and why.
Classic. Who wrote it?
What a great question.
Was it Ryan North or Al Ewing?
Al Ewing.
Oh, Mike Henderson.
Written by Al Ewing, artist Mike Henderson, color Mattia Iacono.
Yeah.
And letter Travis Lanham.
Sure.
I thought it was pretty fresh, like a good pretty fresh.
There's a lot of Doom happening right now.
There is a lot of Doom.
Is this like worthwhile Doom?
This doesn't feel. It's not as good as the other Doom stuff happening right now. Mm-hmm. It also doesn't feel directly connected to the other Doom stuff happening right now. It does kind of seem like they keep putting Doom on series for the sake of being like, oh, here's more that you might want to know, but it's not all actually connected.
He's going to be in Endgame, or not Endgame. What's it called? What's the new Marvel movie called? Yeah. Oh gosh.
So there's some fun dynamics between him and Reed Richards in college in this actually.
Doomsday.
Doomsday.
I did it.
Great. That's it.
So last question.
Sure.
Is this a one shot? This
is a one shot.
This is the entire Mr. Fantastic story.
There is. It seems like there is a handful of Challenges of Doom, each focusing on one of his various enemies.
Yeah.
This seems very one shot of.
Okay.
Like this gets into the origin of Doom, how he becomes Doom, a little bit of the development of his armor, and then that is being intercut with him meeting Richards and developing, his
hatred,
vendetta against him.
This actually looks pretty interesting. There's stuff in here that I wasn't aware of. There's like Mephisto's in here.
To be fair, I actually don't know. That's great.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I want more people to like things.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say?
Oh,
I don't know how it aligns with other established Doom history.
Right. Does it retcon anything?
I don't know Doom history.
I do know that Doom, not only being super scientific, he's dabbled in the magics, and his mother has dabbled in the magics.
Yeah, it does specifically address him being like a user of both science and magic.
I think that's why it's piqued my interest, because I don't know a lot about that. I remember learning way back that he had both magic and science, which I thought was kind of cool. So I don't really have a lot of that history. That's why this is interesting.
Yeah.
There was a period I remember where Doom had armor. It was magicked armor made of flesh.
Gross.
With runes all over it.
I don't like
it was
that.
Pretty cool.
Did we give a rating on that, or did I? You didn't read it. I read it. Pretty fresh.
Great. Pretty fresh. Wonderful. Hey, take us on a tour of Madame Tarantula #1, a Van Hoffman publication. This is issue 1 from May of 2026. Welcome to the Future West. I honestly thought that this was
from May of 2026.
Yeah, that's when it came out.
Then why did it? Wait.
I mean, just because it's on the cover doesn't mean.
Well, why would they lie to us like that?
I thought because of the cover, this looks like a classic magazine.
It looks like a heavy metal magazine type of vibe.
Yeah, which I thought these were reprints of comics from the 60s. Flipping through it, that is not the vibe I get.
No.
This looks like modern with a throwback style.
Yeah, it feels like it's going after a little bit of nostalgia, maybe.
Yeah.
It's all black and white. I know some people get turned off by that, so don't be surprised when you open it up. Oh wait, who's it by? Oh wait, no, there's multiple stories. I forgot.
Oh my god.
So this has 4, I believe, different
tales.
Yeah, different short stories following this character, Madame Tarantula, through, I believe they refer to it as the Future West.
Yeah.
So it is the Wild West, but in the future. So there's some weird plants and animals, some funky robots.
But even the robots, like the designs of everything are very 60s futuristic. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a neat idea.
It is a neat idea.
But
I think this was fresh enough.
Oh.
I wanted to like it a lot more. I feel I think the art is inconsistent flipping through it. But there's some really nice art and then some okay art. Yeah, there is some. So each story, I believe, has different artists, but I'm not actually seeing the.
I think it's all the same artist.
Is it all the same artist?
If I may.
Oh, yeah, you're right. You're absolutely correct.
Yep, Mike Hoffman. The cover, Mike Hoffman. Artwork, Mike Hoffman. Stories, Mike Hoffman and Barry Buchanan.
That's funny because I love the cover.
Yeah.
The cover is rad. Yeah. And to your point, some of the art feels very 3-dimensional and detailed, while some of it feels very
kind of rushed.
Flat and rushed. Because it was a bunch of short stories, it has given me a vibe of the world, but it has not given me enough of a through line to care.
Right.
That's my opinion. Like, we get glimpses of this character who so far doesn't have a lot of personality, to be honest. We get a snippet of her history and how she became who she is, but again, it's not very deep, and it's kind of just like my family. Well, I guess that's the spoiler, but there's not enough for me to grab onto. That's
so my question, my response to that, to that is that not sort of similar to this, which you really liked? Like, so when you're talking about this character and the way I'm looking at it, it feels like, right, it's a Western. So we have the same sort of character, which is someone who is the man with no name. He comes into town, he deals with injustices, and he scurries off to another town. But that character never really has a personality, right? They're just sort of this like, whoop, I do the gun thing and I move on.
Well, I will say, I feel like the main character in Dead Acre does develop a personality.
Okay.
I think my gut answer is that because that was a whole issue I got to spend of one start to finish, I felt like I was, learning something and establishing some time with the character.
Yeah.
Whereas even though this all is one character, each interaction feels... Each interaction is so short. And like, I'm not...
Give it a lot.
Man, now you made me think about my answers and stuff. That's crazy that you would question me like that.
I'm so sorry.
See, I love this panel. That's awesome.
Right? That's a great face.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I like this panel.
Yeah.
That's great too. Yeah. Some of it's really nice art. And then some of it just feels a little quick. Maybe it's the grayscales. I think some of the art has grayscale and some of the other art is just like black and white.
But like even in this story that I'm flipping through now, you can see how little our character is actually speaking.
Yeah, the only other person's doing all the dialogue.
She is witnessing the world around her. But in this short story, she says she has one speech bubble.
Oh, okay.
Although no, we do get some narration here. I don't know. Something just didn't hit me right, dude.
No, that's cool.
I'll probably still pick up the next one because I really want to like it.
Good, because I ordered it for you.
Great.
The vibes are immaculate. Like that looks cool,
exactly.
right?
Yeah.
I want and like the cool robots.
I think
1960s.
maybe now one thing I do think is also really cool is in between these short stories, it's like little reference pages of the plants and robots and animals that are in this future West world.
That is kind of neat.
Giant
land polyp. I have those in my throat.
I am great. I am a sucker for world establishing lore like that. Yeah. And I really, really want to enjoy this. For some reason I didn't.
Yeah.
But I'm going to give it another chance, maybe
right
2
on.
More chances. We'll see.
Awesome. Cool, man.
And I will update you good people and you.
Thank you. I'm curious. All right. Wait, how fresh?
Fresh
you
enough.
Said fresh enough, right?
Yeah.
All right. I read The Dogsitter by Jaime S. Rich and Megan Levens from what is the Ignition Press. That's what it is.
Ignition has been
they've
doing
been
good
kind
stuff.
of doing really good stuff.
Yeah.
Unleash New Love, The Dogsitter. So I didn't know what this book was. It's very clearly a romance, but for some reason I didn't know if there was going to be something insidious happening, some murder, some mystery, some thriller.
We're
elements.
so used to that happening.
Right, yeah. I am. So I'm not used to just straightforward romance stories. And that's what this is. This is just a romance story of this woman who works at a flower shop. And in order to make some side income.
Dude, the colors are so vivid.
Dude, it's so gorgeous. Megan Levens does the art and Nick Filardi does the colors. And boy, it is a gorgeous, it's probably one of the most gorgeous books on the shelf this week. It's so nice looking. And yeah, this is just a straightforward romance about this lonely woman who lives by herself, walks dogs, works at a florist's, goes to a party, and then meets a guy. Actually meets several guys and turn them all away systematically. Just drunk guys at a party.
Naturally.
And then winds up meeting another guy, and then they start making out. And it's just a very sweet slice of life book that is A+ art. I think the story is like B, but A+ art.
Nice.
And so I'm kind of like, maybe I'm going to read a romance. This is pretty sweet.
Is it? It's not a one shot, right? It's like
no, it's an on. I think
nice.
it's either a mini or an ongoing. But even with things like romance, I'm used to ironic romance or explorations of romance. Like, was it Tom King has a romance comic, Love Everlasting, but it's more a commentary on romance comics. But yeah, this is just a sweet not coming of age. She's of age. Romance.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's really fun.
I never thought about the fact that we're so used to there always having to be a twist or something
or
wrong.
A conflict or something. Yeah, it's just just
nice.
Meets a boy.
I'm glad it's good.
Gemma Monroe is on leave from veterinarian school to save for tuition, stacking shifts at a flower shop and juggling her side gig as a dog sitter. Her favorite canine client comes with the most demanding dog mom, blah, blah, blah. The arrangement works until Gemma locks eyes with the charming Neil Mandel, and what starts as a casual fling unleashes a transactional love triangle that could throw her future to the dogs.
Also, shout out to Ignition for having synopsis on the back like a normal
Hell
book.
yeah, dude.
That's
Yes.
so awesome.
Yes. I love that. And had I read that, I would have known, oh, this is just a romance. So yeah, no, this was great. And then I like a good what if. And this is a one shot. They're doing a series of one shots right now. This is the first one that I've read. What if ... Secret Wars. And this is basically what if the Ultimate Universe survived the Secret Wars. So there were the Secret Wars in the 80s, and then there were the Secret Wars in I'm saying maybe, God, it's almost 10 years ago now, by John Hickman. So he was writing Avengers, New Avengers, Fantastic Four, and then everything culminated in Secret Wars, where they took the Ultimate Universe and the 616 Marvel Universe, smushed them together. The Ultimate Universe stopped existing, and then Miles Morales winds up coming over to 616, kind of watering down his character as far as I'm concerned. I liked that Miles was in his own universe. He was the only Spider-Man in his universe. That's where he lived. I love that. I think bringing him over to the 616 just kind of made it boring for me. I was cool with it, but then I just found myself, maybe it was just the writers. Maybe it was just, for whatever reason, Brian Michael Bendis stopped writing him, and then other people started writing him, and I just sort of stopped reading Miles comics. Every so often I dip into one, and I'm just like, oh, that was okay, and I just don't continue, even though I like him as a character.
Yeah.
But this is what if Peter and so the thing that happens at the end of Secret Wars is that Peter and Miles are there with the Molecule Man, and Miles offers him this food. And so because Miles offered him this food, when he collapsed the Ultimate Universe, he brought Miles and put him in the 616. That's why he's here now, because he gave this guy food.
Gotcha.
And so in this what if, it's Peter who has the food, who gives Molecule Man a pineapple roast pork bun, which he had in his pocket. By the way, look how perfect that is. That was in his skin tight pocket. With no bulge the entire story. So basically the Ultimate Universe gets saved and Peter gets shunted into the Ultimate Universe. However, the really cool thing happens in this story that I won't spoil, but there is a difference in how Peter of Ultimate Universe got bitten and how Peter of the 616 universe got bitten, and what exactly was different about the spider. And that comes into a huge play here, which I think is a really fun avenue to explore. And I kind of cocked my head when I read it. I was like, oh my God, that's right. That makes total sense. And so, yeah, this was really, really fun. If you like a good what if, I think this was fresh AF.
Nice.
So check out What If Secret Wars #1.
Perfect.
Yeah. And the art's great. Gosh, who is this? CAFU. So Alex Paknadel wrote it, and then CAFU did the art. And it's a gorgeous book, and it's really, really fun. Highly recommend. Cool.
Hell yeah,
That's
dude.
it. We did it.
It was a big day. There's a lot of
Hey.
good stuff and interesting stuff this week. I think.
Yeah. Yeah. It was a pretty good week. And there's a bunch of stuff that I haven't even gotten to yet, like The Last Starfighter, which is a new comic about a movie from the 80s.
Nice.
Which I think 10 people have seen. All right. That's it. We did it. Thanks so much for hanging out with us. And we'll talk at you later.
Bye.